Hey, what's up, guys? This is Malcolm, and you are on Malcolm Talks. Today I want to ask you a question. What motivates you? What makes you feel motivated, ready to get up and get out of bed and ready to go every day? What is it? There's a lot of different things that motivate people, a lot of different ways to be motivated. But I think the overall idea is that you want to be motivated, because motivation is going to help you to achieve a lot of the goals that you might have already set for yourself. Without motivation, it's going to be very difficult to make that happen. So right now I'm going to talk about all the different types of motivation. And then each one of these types, I'm going to talk about how we can maybe use them in our lives to create and do the things that we want to do and achieve the life that we want. Let's get started. Number one, the first type of motivation is called incentive motivation. Now, this is obviously when you're going to get paid something. If you're getting paid a check, that's an incentive. If you're getting an allowance, if you're a kid and you're getting an allowance, that's an incentive. If your parents tell you, hey, go outside and cut the grass and spread this pine straw out front and also cut the hedges, I'll give you $20. That $20 is an incentive. That's motivation. When you go to work every day, that check is an incentive. So that's one type of very powerful motivator. It's a very powerful motivation tool. Hey, look, you do this for me, I'm going to give you something in return. That's going to drive you to do whatever it is that needs to be done. That's motivation, incentive. Now, some people are driven by incentive a lot more than someone else. Somebody else might not have that same type of motivation for money. There's people that live off the grid. They don't have the same type of attachments to things, and they don't really want the incentives that we would think. They don't want a check. They don't want cash. Maybe they want to just live free. A lot of different things that motivate people, but that incentive, that's one of the most powerful ones. Number two, the second type of motivation is fear motivation. Very, very powerful. The fear motivator, it involves having consequences. And usually the fear motivator comes in when the incentive motivator didn't work very well for you. Let's just say you're at a job and you're doing the work, and then you decide that you're not going to show up on time. Every day you're going to be late. You're going to be a slacker. You've decided that that's what you're going to do. Well, the incentive is the check, and you would think that would be enough for you to do what you're supposed to do, but maybe it's not. Maybe the incentive as the motivator is not strong enough for you. Then they have to use the fear motivator. The boss is going to be like, hey, look, you've been showing up for work late every day. We're going to have to fire your ass if you don't show up on time. Do you understand? Good. I don't want to have to, but I will fire you. That's fear. Because now you're thinking about your rent, your bills, mortgage, if you got kids. These are things that's got to get paid, folks. Fear. Fear is a very, very strong motivator. It's a sort of negative motivator, but it will get people up and at them to go do what they need to do. Fear. That is a motivator. Number three, the third motivator is achievement. A lot of people are motivated by achievement. Just the idea of achieving something, to have a progression, a positive progression, to be able to show your friends and family like, hey, look what I'm doing. I've achieved something. It's sort of like a competition-based type of deal. That is a very strong motivator, achievement. To be able to show that, hey, here's a goal that I've been working on and I achieved that goal. I'm happy about that. That's an achievement. And that's what I do. That's what I fight for every day. My goals. I want to see my to-do list and I want to scratch it off. I want to scratch stuff off my to-do list. That's a motivator for me. It's achievement. Very strong motivator. Number four. The fourth motivator is growth. Growth. Basically, when you want to achieve a level of growth in your life, whatever it is, spiritual growth, mental growth, health, wealth, growth. You want to be able to show that you have grown. And I know it seems like it's just like achievement, which was number 3, But growth is a more, I guess, an overall idea where you're achieving something, yes, but you're actually experiencing growth as a person. You're becoming more knowledgeable, for instance. You know, achievement is you're working towards a specific goal. Growth is that you've actually become better. You know, you have, let's just say, you have become more mature. You have learned how to invest your money. You have become more physically fit. You have grown in some way. Growth. A lot of people are very motivated by growth. You know, they set the vision for themselves up there. And it's not a specific vision. It might not be, okay, I'm going to go to the weight room and I want to be able to lift 300 pounds on the bench press. That's more of an achievement type of motivation. Growth motivation is more so, you know, I want to be in tip-top shape. Okay? Growth. Growth, very strong motivator. But it's similar to the last motivator. But it's still growth and it's still a motivator. Number 5. The 5th motivator is power. Very, very powerful motivator. It's a powerful motivator. The irony. Power. Power is a motivator. Now, when I say power, it can mean that you want to have power and autonomy over your own life, or you want power over other people. You want to be able to say, look, I want you to do this and have it done. You want to be able to tell yourself, I want you to do this, and you're just able to do it. It's power, it's autonomy. Now, you got to be careful with power because a lot of times people yearn for power. And this can lead them to do some pretty immoral and illegal and messed up things because all they want is power. They're not thinking about the other aspects of growth and all these other things. All they want to do is be able to tell you or a group of people what to do and how to behave, and they get a kick out of that. But once again, some people want power and autonomy over their own selves. We all should want that. But power can take a crazy route where you start trying to want other people to do what you say. You want other people to do what you say do. And you want control over other people. That's what power is. Some people have a thirst for power. It's unfortunate because, you know, nobody likes to be pushed around. And you run the risk of getting your ass whooped. But a lot of people like power. You know, I'm more so about power over one's self. But it's a very strong motivator, and it's number 5, power. And number 6, or 6, however you want to look at it, is the social motivator. Very strong motivator, folks. The need to belong to a group, okay, to a family. You want to feel like you have influence over the people around you. You want to feel like you're part of something. That's a very strong motivator. You know, no one wants to feel like they're alone. If you're able to be part of a group of people that you think are doing pretty successful things, or if you want to be part of a larger family, let's say you're the type of person that you feel like you can go out and change the world. That's a very strong social motivator. That's something you can get up every day and you can say, I got to go out here and fight the good fight. Because who else is going to do it? You're a socially motivated individual. Somebody who's more so motivated by power, they might not be that type of person, the kumbaya type of person. And not saying that you have to be that way, but having social as your main motivator, it means that you really care about others. You have a lot of empathy and sympathy for people and the problems that they're going through. You want to help build people. You want to be involved with a group. You want to be the type of person who's helping to enhance the larger portion of the group. And that motivates you. Nothing wrong with that, folks. Well, guys, that's about it. You know, the top 6 motivators. I appreciate you all watching the channel. You know, think about ways that you can use these as motivational factors in your own life. You know, they all don't have to be good or bad. Just figure out how you can get your little slice and use that in your life. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. I don't know. Share it with somebody. Either way it goes, I appreciate you looking at the channel. Subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace.